Over the past 4 years, I've created and released 20 different video games, with one on the Apple App Store and one coming to Steam. And this is how I do it. When I was younger, I used to play a lot of this game called Rec Room. It was kind of like Roblox, but in VR, where you can make rooms and games to play with your friends. I ended up falling in love with creating experiences, and I even won a couple contests. Eventually, I stopped playing, and I started looking into how to make my own games outside of Rec Room. The first step was finding a game engine. A game engine is a tool that most developers use, and it kind of takes care of a lot of the boring stuff for you, like rendering graphics on the screen. Eventually, I found an online one called Construct 3 that was perfect for me. It was super simple, but it had lots of depth, and I've been using it for 4 years, and I still learn new things every day, and it still gets updates consistently. So anyway, I started experimenting with different prototypes and mechanics and just kind of learning the ropes of Construct, and eventually I decided to join my first game jam. Game jams are my favorite thing about indie game development. They're short competitions where a group of developers come together to create games based on a theme. And after that short development period is up, typically a weekend or a week, all the developers will come together and play each other's games and rate them, and sometimes even win prizes. It's super fun, and it's a great way to learn and try new things. My first game jam was the Brackeys Game Jam 2021.1. The theme was Stronger Together, and I had a whole week to make my game. I ended up making and releasing Shield Spectre, a game where you work together with a Spectre to block bullets and destroy ghosts. That game ended up placing 496th in the game jam, which may sound terrible, but there was 1,800 games submitted, so it's really better than top third, which I was really happy with, especially for my first game jam. After doing that first game jam, I just found as many as I could do and made so many games. But in late 2021, I felt like it was finally time to work on a big project for once. So that's when I started working on Easy as Pie, my fast-paced speedrunning game where you only have 3.14 seconds to beat each level. Eventually I finished it, and I released it on itch.io on March 14th, 2022, Pi Day, for $3.14. After months and months of working on the same game, I was finally ready to get back into game jams. And after I started, I could feel my skill growing with every single game, and I loved being able to look back and see how I progressed. Part of why I love solo game development is that it involves such a variety of disciplines. When I'm making a game by myself, it means I'm in charge of the level design, the game design, the art, the music, the programming, anything you can think of in the game. It's super fun for me to be able to explore these different fields and figure out what I like and what my strengths and weaknesses are. Game jams are a big part of strengthening those muscles. Because it has time restrictions and theme restrictions, it forces you to get creative and really think about what you should focus your time on. Whether they were made for a game jam or not, I've noticed lots of my games focused on different aspects of the creative process, even if I didn't realize it at the time. My game Oh No! A Hole 3 focused a lot on level design and environments, while my game Build the Final Bounty focused a lot on art and general presentation. In 2023, after years of working on desktop and web games, I finally branched out to the mobile scene with my game Volcano. It was super fun to make, but very different from what I was used to, and it was nice to have something to show my friends when I told them I was a game developer. Like with Easy as Pie, after I released Volcano, I went straight back into game jamming. Since I started, I've competed in 14 different game jams, and I've won 2 of them. I've never gotten worse than 50% either. The latest game jam I participated in, the Boss Rush Jam 2025, is the biggest one I've done yet. It was a whole month long with a $4,500 prize pool. At the time of recording this, I'm still waiting on the results, but my game Build the Final Bounty is the biggest game I've made for a game jam yet. I'm also finally releasing Easy as Pie on Steam for its 3rd anniversary this year on Pi Day. Over the past 4 years, I've learned a lot about game design and programming and art and music, and even time management and how to take feedback, and I can't wait to learn even more. To end this video off, I'm going to show you guys a whole reel of all the games I've ever released. Thanks for watching!